Hello, it's me. Yeah, this is probably a video I should have done a few months ago, to be honest, to just explain what's gone on and what's going on. So, we've been contacted by a few people over the last months asking if we'd gave up on YouTube, if we'd finished with it. That isn't the case. I just needed some time out. Basically, we've had a lot going on in the last 18 months has been really hard for us. And I'm not going to bring in our personal life into all this, but in June this year, we lost Lisa's dad. Well, he had a stroke first and fell ill. 5 weeks later, he passed away. And that took a lot of toll on everybody, especially Lisa. And I just felt it was right that I stopped and took a bit of time out to help her and to basically help put things back together. You know, it's been hard for everybody involved when you lose such a prominent figure from a family. It affects a lot of people, and you know, we're getting better. We're doing a lot better than we were. But Trevor's passing was a real stumbling block for us. Don't know if that's the right word, but basically it stopped us dead in our tracks and we put things into priority. And what I tell people is, whoever speaks to me about YouTube to me is a hobby. If I can make a video that shares a bit of advice or shows you a lovely place or helps you fix your van, I'll make a video. I'll be honest with you, it's one of the hardest things to do. If it was so easy, everybody would be doing it. But creating worthwhile content and not regurgitating shit, for want of a better word, is hard. I try and make my videos informational and helpful, and you know, that's hard to keep going as well. There's a couple of other things as well. The demand to try and produce a video every week is hard. It's that demand to keep stuff flowing. You put yourself under a lot of pressure. And when you're watching the figures as well, how many subs did we get this week? How's that video doing? It can become all consuming, and I've been there. You may recall 2 years ago, I took a step back as well, and that was more for my noggin, because I was waking up in the middle of the night, checking views, checking comments, all the rest of it. And, you know, I tried my hardest to answer nearly every comment, but that got to be a bit of a problem as well. So over the last couple of years, I've been trying to look after my mental health, because I still have a life, I still have a job, and it wasn't until I went on a course at work to help me spot the signs of other people struggling with mental health that I realised that I was struggling. I was suffering from a thing called cognitive paralysis as well. It's where you have that much pressure on yourself, you don't actually achieve what you set out to do. You know, you start stalling, stumbling, and you've got that much going on in your head, you can't deal with what you've got in front of you. And that come to light, you know, a couple of times. And once I understood what it was, I started dealing with it. So you might have seen me I'm full of cold, sorry. You might have seen me in November. I did the Stand Up to Cancer challenge, sweat every day for 30 days, and I've enjoyed it. It's picked me right up out the gutter. It's given me a better state of mind, and I've had to take a week out. I can't run this week. I'm exhausted. I'm full of crap, and you know, I'm not feeling the best. So took some advice from a medical professional, and they said, look, just get yourself better before you jump back in, because the last thing you want to do is make yourself worse. So that's been good, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm out there running. I'm doing the Couch to 5K. and me and Eddie at the end of November, well, the end of the course, which is around about December time. We're going to do a 5k at Keswick, and I'm looking forward to that. You know, fat lads aren't meant to run, but I have been. But yeah, so what have we been doing while we've been away? So we've carried on with the campouts. We still went to Vanlife United. We went to Van Vibes Festival as well, and we went to Slumber on the Humber. In the background, I've been working on something of my own as well with Andrew and Sam Atari down in Birmingham, and we're setting up something called Vanlife Deckerdence, and it is just a weekend of entertainment, chilling out. There's no fancy shows and stuff like that, and vans to go and look at. You can go and look at everybody else's vans. It's just for us to come together, have a good time, listen to music, sit and talk crap. We are going to do a little dog show, the first ever Vanlife dog show. I'm looking for somebody special to judge that for us. But we're going to make it our own as well. We're going to own it. We're going to call it Scruffs, because we're near the home of Crufts. We're going to make it our own. You know, Birmingham, NEC, the home of Crufts. We're going to call this Scruffs. We're going to have entertainment on your bands. There's open mic as well, so if you are a budding artist and you want to show us your skills, just drop me a line, let me know. I'll leave my contact details down below. But yeah, we're looking for people to do open mic. We've also got a comedian on. We're just trying to finalise the details with him. What else is there? There's a doggy bar. There's plenty of exercise areas for the dogs as well. Doggy treats. Now, the Vanlife Deckerdence marquee, and it's a bus basically. It's a double-decker bus. Downstairs is a fully functioning bar. Upstairs is a cocktail bar. Priced reasonably. A pint of Guinness is $5.50, and a pint of Madry's $5.50. So I think that's better than some of the pubs that we go to, price-wise. We've also been working with. Oh yeah, I'll put links to all the things that we're doing below in the description. We're doing our own campouts as well, one in April and one in October in the Lake District. Again, keeping the price fixed at £45. If you've been to one of them, you know, drop a comment below, tell people what you thought of it. We've also been working with companies right through the year. We started at the beginning of the year working with Locks for Vans, developing a product that can be utilised on crafters and sprinters. It's a deadlock system where you can operate it from inside your van. It's called the Habby Lock. We've worked with them for a few months, developing the product, sending our feedback back to them, and within 24 hours they were sending us a redesigned product, and we'd fit it on the van. That was an absolute brilliant thing to do. I really enjoyed it. With being an engineer, I love working with other engineers, and especially the brainstorming side of it. We are currently ripping out the shower in our van. It's about 95% complete. We've fitted a stainless steel tray in the bottom. Going to send you loads of stuff about that. We've gone directly to the manufacturer of the shower trays, who work with all the big guys. They've been brilliant to work with as well. What else are we doing? Who else have we worked with? So there's that. There'll be other things. It'll come back to me. The big one. The big one that I'm currently working on, and hopefully there'll be a video out tomorrow, the first weekend in December. It's the Swiv Bed 930. This is an amazing product. It's built by a lad, local lad. I saw it at the beginning of the year and just fell in love with it, and I badgered him. I said, look, when you get this in, next time you've got one in, let me come back, let me video it, let me show it and share it with everybody out there. It's an amazing product. I'm 100% behind it. I've done this video to help Chris get the product out there and let you see what you can have in your vans. It's going to change the way you build your vans, I guarantee it, and it comes at such a reasonable price tag. Looking forward, we are going to be doing a bit of travelling next year. I've got a few things lined up. As for videos, I'm going to make them as and when I am in a good position to do that. If it's a good informational video, I'll put it out there. I'm not just going to start filling my time putting crap out. I'm I need to be sensible about this. We all need to be sensible. I need to manage my time better, because 4 years of doing this now it's just been like a roller coaster. And in the summer, I wasn't sure if I'd ever make another video again, because I didn't know whether or not I could do it. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, once I had that break, it was like, I felt a lot of relief, and I'm in a good place now. I never stopped recording, I just stopped editing. So I've recorded quite a lot of stuff, and we are going to edit it, and we are going to put it out there, but we're not going to kill ourselves. We're not going to tie ourselves up in knots. It's a vicious circle. You want to do well, and the algorithms all love people for posting regular, and that's great if you're bothered about the algorithms. I'm here to just share information with you guys, and try and help people where I can. And that's another video we've got coming out. We're doing a video called Campervan SOS, and it's where we help some really good people, really deserving people, fix their electrical system, make it safe, and make it usable. You know, they did what they could with the knowledge that they had and the budget that they had. We've worked with them all summer to try and get them a bit of help, and I've just finished fixing their van for them and sent them off, and they just keep posting videos, and they're chuffed. They're doing stuff in the van they've never been able to do before. So yeah, it's been a real hard year. I should have put this video out sooner, but I'll be honest with you, I just didn't have the heart. We were knocked sideways by what happened to Lisa's dad, and just basically everything else after it. We just needed a bit of time, a bit of space, and I appreciate everybody that contacted us and everybody that spoke to me regarding that, and I know Lisa feels the same. So thank you very much for sticking with us, and we'll be back soon, hopefully tomorrow. I'm just waiting for some details to come in off Chris, so I can get this last bit of the video finished. And yeah, Sunday morning, 8 o'clock, upload. And remember to like and subscribe if you want to. You know, we try and do stuff that'll help you out. We try and show you products that are worthwhile, and not just churning them out for the sake of a bit of revenue or a freebie or a kickback. You know, that's not us. We don't do that. If you've come to one of our campouts, we raffle off nearly 90% of everything that we've been sent. Be it good, be it bad. You might have won one of the bad prizes. If you have, if you have, let people know below what you won. And yeah, we try and make it light-hearted. We try and keep it fun. And it got to the point where it wasn't for a little while there. And you know, I hope I've explained myself well enough. I hope you understand where we were and why we took the time out that we did. And this has been hard to make today, because I know I should have said this a lot sooner. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you've stuck around to the end, give us a thumbs up anyway. You know, just let me know you made it. But I'm looking forward to being back on the telly with you, or your phone. And we'll see you soon. Like I said before, I'll put links in the bottom to all our events. It's the Vanlife Deckerdence. It's costing me a lot of money to do it. I need to sell a certain amount of tickets, and I don't make any money out of these events. And this is what I tell everybody all the time. Any spare money we make goes to good causes and good people. So from the last Campout, we have a donation going out. Is it Monday? It's going out next week anyway, and that is going to the Lake District's rescue dogs. Paul Davies suggested them, so we're sending 50% of what we raised at the last event to there, and the other 50% we're going to feed we're going to contribute towards the Christmas dinner for some pensioners just down the road, and hopefully they'll enjoy that, or maybe, you know, we might be able to get them a few little drinks and stuff like that. But anyway, that's where the money's going. We raised 520 quid at the last raffle, and that's about normal for us. We have a good turnout, we have a good laugh, and yeah, if you've never been to one of our campouts, get yourself there. Link below. See yous.